Welcome back, friends, to more Lord of the Rings Online. In this episode, I'm going to be doing the Fil Gashan instance, which is basically a follow-up to the Grand Stairs and the Forges. So let me speak with this fine dwarf here.
We can only hope that Durin's Bane sleeps deeply.
My assistants and I have been watching this place for some time now, and we have learned much of what is going on within the walls of Fil Gashan. My aides can explain in greater detail, but let me tell you what I know. Orcs are not the most clever creatures, though not stupid by far. We learned a good deal while sneaking within Fil Gashan ourselves. We hid beneath their noises simply by wearing roughshod armor. Of course, we stayed away from the ones that seemed a bit more clever, but you might find the same success. If you're willing to help, I will surely tell Narfi that you assisted me. Once Ulfur, Vegan, and Givi are all pleased with your efforts, that is, you can find them here in Anazarmicum. Alright, so that's gonna open up a bunch of quests.
Welcome to Khazad-dûm. Stay and speak with me a moment.
Throughout Fil Gashan, you will find the lieutenants of Talug. These orcs are lower in the chain of Fil Gashan's leadership, but the other orcs still look to them for guidance. Our goal in defeating them is twofold. First, they are orcs, and we must drive the usurpers out of Moria. Second, if these orcs are respected or feared by the other orcs, you might be able to use what you find in their keeping to fool the orcs within Fil Gashan. So, if you see these lieutenants, defeat them and take what you can from them, you might find it easier. Fil Gashan can be found to the southwest of Anazarmicum. Good luck.
Hear me out, friend, for I have a tale of glory to tell.
Help finally arrives, and not a bit too soon. The orcs are mustering and will soon be ready to pour forth from this place. We went within Fil Gashan only once and hid in the back, covered in armor that could have passed for orc make. We heard them talking and saw the giant bells they use for alarms. They keep sentries near the bells. Good sense of smell of those orcs have too. They also see pretty well. The alarms have a flaw though. You can pull pins from the centerpiece and send them to the ground with nary a sound. So it is that I set you to that task. Enter Fil Gashan, found to the southwest of Anazarmicum, and attempt to disable the alarms there. Mind you, you may not always succeed, but an attempt must be made.
Abide here a moment and speak with me.
It is my charge to tell you about General Talug, and that is not an easy thing to do. We only saw him once, speaking with the orcs within Fil Gashan. He was attended by goblin aides. I remember that one used fire and another oil. Talug himself is clad in thick armor, against which even dwarf-made weapons are almost futile. But it makes him slow, and metal gets hot when heat is applied. Aside from this, we only know that he is Mazog's chosen general, and thus his right hand. Defeat Talug and cripple Mazog? It is a difficult question to answer, but we can hope this is the case. You will need to scour Fil Gashan, southwest of Anazarmicum, to find the general.
Many foul things dwell in the depths of the mountains. I fear the orcs will be the least of our troubles.
I have been trying to piece together the orcs' attack plans from small scraps and not more. Now I hear that you may be making a foray into Fil Gashan, and I ask you sincerely to help me with this task. The orcs' orders are scattered throughout Fil Gashan, each telling one group or another what it is to do when they leave Khazad-dûm to the east. If we can gather enough of these plans, then I can devise a strong counter to theirs. If you happen upon any of their plans while making your way through Fil Gashan, pick them up and bring them to me. You can find their encampment to the southwest of Anazarmicum. Alright, so lots of quests to be done. So let's go ahead and go there. Didn't mean to interrupt that. So I can take this pony or this goat to the crossroad of Ash. And then there is one more, and let me pull some things up here. So similar to the Hunter quest in the Grand Stairs and the Lore Master quest in the Forges, there is a Captain quest in Fil Gashan.
Can I have a word with you?
Greetings, Kippen. There are many captains who seek the path of the healing hands, but not all can accomplish their task alone. You should seek to aid your fellow captains along their path. The greatest danger your fellow will face is at Fil Gashan. Go now and prove your honor. Alright, so again, unfortunately, you do need an actual captain with this quest active in your fellowship in order to be able to complete it. So it may fester in my quest log for a while until I'm able to do that. But for now, let's head into Fil Gashan. It's a very fun instance. I really like it, and I think you guys will too. There are some interesting mechanics to it. Let's go inside.
Fil Gashan is the stronghold of Talug, right hand of Mordor, Lord of Moria. Here, the Orc general musters an army to make a futile assault upon Lothlorien. Here, he also breeds Orc warriors of a most deadly skill.
Alright, so I'll be right back as soon as I gather a group to help me. Alright, so I have a very helpful friend from my kinship here. Asteris, he's going to be helping out. Now this instance, like the Grand Stairs and the Forges, there are some quests in the 21st Hall that cycle depending on the day of the week, so there are, I believe, a couple more here that I wasn't able to pick up, but I'll come back to it one day. And then there is a challenge mode in here in which you can't kill 2 sentries. So it's really fun because you have to kind of sneak around and then you have to put on orc costumes. But for this run, I'm just going to be clearing everything. That way I can do the quest that I do have. So if you're doing the challenge, you can only kill 2 sentries total. And it's fun. Again, you can use costumes to kind of sneak around here. So if you're doing the challenge run, you can go straight to that kitchen there, but if you're doing what I'm doing, then you kind of have to come in here and clear off some of the side rooms. Sorry, kind of trying to pay attention here. So there are all sorts of side rooms here, and then there are the assault plans that I have to collect. And then these will have some of the costumes that you can use to avoid some orcs. Go ahead and grab this assault plan. Excellent. Some more junk everywhere. So again, pretty much all these chests, they'll give you the uniforms, because everybody in your fellowship is going to need it. If you're doing the challenge mode, that is. Without the challenge mode, it doesn't really matter. I just want to make sure that I grabbed all the assault plans here. I don't know if you clear some of these rooms. I wasn't really paying attention where I was going. Just gonna be honest. Alright, I think I got everything. Oh, there's a bell right there. How did I miss that? That was weird. That didn't work. There we go. Alright. So there with the 3rd century dead, you can see that we failed the hard mode. But again, I will have to come back to these instances, so these are all instances that I will be doing again. Go ahead and pick up more assault plans here. I'm about halfway there with the assault plans. I think there are more assault plans in the instance than you actually need. me see what else. Maybe back here looks like. There you go. There's a bunch of orcs hanging out in here. All up in here. And again, you're going to be skipping most of these side areas if you're going for the challenge. Some of these orcs are just straight up sleeping and you can completely avoid them. So that's kind of fun. Alright. And I think that's good enough for now, maybe? Or actually, I haven't been back here. Let me go ahead and disable this alarm. That's weird. I guess the quest giver did tell me that sometimes it doesn't work, so maybe sometimes you just have to try it a couple times. Now, this has got to be one of my favorite freaking bosses in the game. For this room, there's a ton of orcs, but if you're wearing costumes, I think you can avoid it. So there's a chief guard uniform. There's also a lieutenant uniform. Let me put this on so you can see what it's kind of like. It's kind of cool. It's kind of like Frodo and Sam in Mordor. So obviously, if you are not in disguise, try to help out a little bit as much as I can. Now there's the boss. And he's a freaking cook. He is literally the coolest boss in the game. Just gonna throw it out there. Wait, come back. There are intruders in our midst. Alright, lunchtime is over. Get back to work. Hey, wait a second. You guys aren't orcs. Get him! Attack the Hobbit Warden!
Get him! Get him! Get him!
So he has the best lines in the game. Hopefully it doesn't kill him too quickly.
I'll make meat out of you!
That's one of the lines. This guy's hilarious. I'll make mince meat out of you. It's perfect. And then I think he says something like, "Would you like that pan seared?" It's pretty funny. Alright, let me go ahead and open up the strong box. That mace is for a deed, by the way. What is this? It's actually not terrible. Alright, let's continue ahead, I guess. So there's a little cutscene here.
We have intruders in our stronghold. They may be disguised as chief guards. Don't let any pass.
2 arms. So this one you can't avoid even in the challenge. You basically have to kill that one. Here they come. Now these lieutenants, they do something called a warband maneuver, which is basically a fellowship maneuver for the bad guys. And it can do a lot of damage. Let me see if I can disable this alarm. There we go. And then this right here doesn't really lead anywhere. This is just where that cook had come from to bark his orders at everybody. So, just keep going up. There's another bell here. And there should be some more order plans here on this floor. Where's there an orc? Oh, right there. Didn't see that guy back there. This instance is just a ton of fun if you're doing it on level. It really is. You really have to work together with your group to be able to accomplish it successfully. Alright, there's a lieutenant here. Alright, it does require 2 lieutenants to establish a warband maneuver. And sometimes they're hanging out together. Let me see if I can get a few more assault plans here. Still need 2 more. There's none here, it looks like. Actually come in here, try to disable this. There we go. We get these assault plans here. Excellent. And let's see if there's anything in here. Some assault plans. Should be the last one that I need. Okay. Let me pick this up. I think this is a lieutenant. Yeah, lieutenant uniform. Again, don't need it if you're not doing the challenge mode, but I like to put it on. It's kind of fun. It's kind of fun. It's part of the fun of the instance. And wait a minute. Did we go in here? Yes, he cleared that area. This guy's too quick for me, man. The damage is too real. So there's another boss around here somewhere. I think it might actually be upstairs. I think it's upstairs. There's a couple of... Actually, maybe it's right here. Yeah, there we go. We hadn't gone into these side rooms here. This guy, Commander Greb, he's pretty cool. He'll summon 2 lieutenants to him. And basically... Okay, so he's explaining here in chat, but basically during stage 2, I can't use melee attacks on him, or it just reflects right back to me. And that's one sure way to commit suicide. So let's go. He'll basically pick up different weapons.
Who dares interrupt me?
I don't know how you've made it this far, but your journey ends here. Bar the doors, let none of them escape. So this is cool because the lieutenants will basically shut the doors and stand guard. Now I will school you in the ways of the warrior. So he goes and picks up some weapons. Let's see how you handle my poison blades. No more games. Time for my flaming axe. So this is stage 2. If I were to hit him with melee, I would die. And then stage 3, we can hit him again with melee attacks. He picks up another weapon here. And here we go with a warband maneuver.
Use your concentration.
So actually, this boss is very challenging.
Avenge me.
If you do it on level, of course. Nothing's ever challenging when you have a max level player doing everything for you. And there's another strong box here. There's 2 of them. I don't know what that one gave me. Scored iron key. Why can't I take that? Oh, I already have one. That's why. Okay. Now we go upstairs, I believe. I still need to disarm 2 more alarms, but I think I should be able to find them upstairs. All right. Yeah, there's a couple alarms here. There's also this right here for the deed, the Orcish axe. There you go, and I completed that. The third one actually falls from an enemy randomly. I believe the other 2, I mean. So, there's that. Let me go ahead and disable some of these alarms to complete that quest. And this should be the final one here. That didn't work. Gonna have to try again. Really? Maybe 3rd time's a charm. There we go. Finally. So we're almost done here. And is that the final boss already? It is. Which is interesting because I'm missing a chief guard and lieutenant. I'm wondering if they're going to be up here. So the good thing about hunters is that they can track enemies. So that's always nice. So he has tracked down the missing lieutenant and chief guard here. And we're gonna go kill them real quick. That way I get all my quests, man. That's why I'm in here. Trying to get my quests. So yeah, got that. Should be able to get that. General Talug is the final boss. Okay. So this is really all that I'm missing. They're all the way back here? How did we miss them? I guess these halls are very confusing. They're all pretty windy. So that's one of them, and then see if we can find a lieutenant somewhere. Looks like he has him in his sights. Maybe? I guess back from where we came. That's good, we gotta go back that way anyways. And right through here, looks like. We kind of rushed through this area as well, so it doesn't surprise me we missed something. No, one more. There we go. He was sleeping, that's why we missed him. Nice. Okay, so we're ready to go. Let me set him on follow. I wish I had a tracking skill. So now I just gotta make my way back to the final boss here. Now this final boss is actually kind of complicated. If you remember when I picked up the quest, I mentioned that he wears very heavy armor and that he had 2 assistants with him, one carrying fire and the other carrying tar. So basically, his 2 assistants will drop things. They'll drop traps basically, so the boss really won't take much damage until the fire dropper drops something on the floor. You have to lure the boss onto that floor area to set him on fire, then he becomes susceptible to attacks for about 30 seconds. On the next phase of the battle, both of them will drop something on the floor. One of them will drop tar, I believe, and then you have to kill the one that's carrying fire next to the general to explode him, and then carry him to the tar, and then he becomes vulnerable to attacks. So let's go. So whoever has aggro on the boss will have to kind of kite him around towards the traps, I guess. So I guess let's go. I don't know.
You've arrived at the perfect time. You have the honor of witnessing the power of my warriors before Lothlorien. Show them how you'll kill those wretched elf archers.
Test your reflexes. Mind your feet.
See, so he's setting down a trap.
Mind your legs.
Oh.
If you can't move, you'll burn.
So you can't step in it. You just gotta get the boss go through it.
Army is unstoppable. Test your reflexes.
So that guy right there should set a trap pretty soon, hopefully.
Mind your feet.
Mind your legs.
If you can't move, you'll burn.
So you gotta go around it and then lure the boss on
There's
it.
no avoiding my flaming bolts.
Let me do some healing gambits.
My reflexes. Do to them what you shall do to the trees of Lorien. Prepare to burn.
This is my end. Our army.
Whoa, what's going on? Why did this pop up? Guess I pressed the wrong button here.
Flesh always burns.
It's almost too heavy.
That was very
Time
quick.
to show you my true strength.
So we didn't even have to do the second phase there, but basically,
If you can't move,
kind of explained it already, I guess.
test your
Let me go ahead and loot the body for a quest item.
Bye.
General Talug's
mind your feet.
item. Well, let me roll on that. Well, that's a trophy quest, and then another quest item pops up here. Let me thank my friend here, and then I'll get back to the episode. Alright, so the quest item here is a note from Mazog, and it opens up a quest called Afraid of the Dark. The note reads, Mazog, something's off with the Uruk Krankluk. The boys see it too. I think we best start paying close attention to those troops disappearing in the deep dark of the shadowy place. There might be something more than mushrooms there. Perhaps there is someone in the 21st Hall who can help you with this. Alright, so done with all that. And then I shall return to Anazarmakim. Actually, let me just see what's through here. Oh, the chest. Why would I forget the chest? Fossilized egg. Not really the best. Don't really care for that. We'll roll in a few of these, though. And I think that's really only one chest there. So nothing else. I wonder where this leads. I don't even know. Is this where we came from? This might be where we came from. Doesn't look like it because my mini-map is all new. But this just leads back to the entrance. Nice. But yeah, let me just teleport back and turn in all these quests. I always forget where I'm going. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to do that because I'm going to want to teleport to the 21st Hall to turn in the meta quest that originally opened up all of this. And I think there's the exit. It's a great instance. I'm just so disappointed that I can't show you guys the instances as they were when they were back on level. Because it was just so epic and just so much fun. But now it's just a little underwhelming, you know, when you just blast through it like that and ruin the boss mechanics and all those things. So I think in the next episode I'm going to do the Halls of Crafting over here. And I am going to have to come back to some of these instances because once I get to Lothlorien, a few of the characters there are going to send me back to some of these instances for quests. So we will redo them, but I don't want to leave Moria without having done them, you know? It's part of the season. Part of the season is doing all the content in the area. Alright, let's turn these in.
The House of Durin will live forever!
Well done, Kippen. I will inform Tater that this is done, and I can tell you that he will be pleased as well. Your efforts here are doing much to stop the assault on the Elves' Forest. Let me go ahead and reforge real quick. That way I can continue to gain experience for my
The House of Durin will
quests here,
live forever!
or my items. I'll do that. Okay, let's turn some more in.
Greetings, friend. Are you lost?
Excellent. Without those alarms, I am certain they had an easier time within Fil Gashan than we did. Good work. And looks like I need another reforge.
The House of Durin will live forever!
There we go. Let's turn in a few more.
The time has come to drive forth the orcs from our kingdom.
With the general removed, the forces of the orcs are diminished and ripe for the picking. This is a happy day, my friend. We owe you much. I will tell Tater that you have performed beyond the scope of my expectations. You will forever have my thanks. Alright, and then finally, let's speak with
It is said
Ulfor.
that Durin's bane dwells here, though we have not seen it.
Yes, these papers will do nicely. They seem to think that they can use some of the old channels to move their larger companies and arms through. Already my plans seem more clear. I am in your debt, Hobbit. I will see that Tater is told of all your help.
If it were not for the prospect of finding Mithril, I would not have come here.
A worthy accomplishment, Kippen. Very worthy indeed. While there is much work still to be done to reclaim Moria, I think that we have staved off this foray against the elves. No need to anger others, I say. All that you have done will be remembered here, Kippen. I will speak very well of you to Narfi. Okay. Now, before I go talk to Narfi real quick, I do want to see if I can turn in a few tasks for my daily tasks here. So again, I got some nasty filth. And then, what else do I got? Got a few other things here. Broken metal clubs. Which doesn't look like it can turn in. It's always annoying when you get all these task items, but you can't turn them in for anything. Or you gotta go travel somewhere else to turn it in. What is this? Broken great hammers. Doesn't work. And then jagged carapace. Can't turn that in. I'll just have to do the nasty ones a few times. That's fine. I'll just have to do it like 7 times in a row. I'll try to do it quickly. Although it's getting a little laggy here. We'll see about doing a few more. I think this should be the last one. There we go. Nope. Still one more, I think. There we go. Task limit reached. Let's go to the 21st hall and turn in the meta quest. If you remember, when I first started doing these instances, a dwarf in the 21st hall, Narfi, had asked me to assist other dwarves within the Grand Stairs, the Forges, and Fil Gashan. So now I finally completed all of those quests for all 3 of those dwarves, so I should be able to speak with him. Well, actually, let me talk with him first.
These halls will be great once more.
There are few words more important to the dwarves than respect and honor. You have honor in abundance, Kippen, and have thus earned our utmost respect. Your tales will be sung in our annals, lest we forget that the great service you have done for the dwarves and elves in this difficult time. With this great duty fulfilled, I tell you that I am indebted to you greatly, as are all free folk who dwell in these great halls. Excellent. So these 2 dwarves, these are the ones that give you the repeatable quests for all of the instances in Moria that, depending on the day of the week, will depend on what quest they give you. So if you take a look,
time to speak. Great events have been set in motion.
He's actually giving me a quest for the 16th hall, and then this guy's giving me one for Scumfill.
Be wary if you journey into Moria.
2 other instances, but again, depending on the day of the week, they can give you quests for the Grand Stairs, for Fil Gashan, for the Forges, so I'm gonna have to go back and redo those instances at some point to do the quests that they offer me. So this is about that message from Mazog to the general in Fil Gashan. That's the ending follow-up to the quest here.
Things dwell now in Moria.
Orcs afraid of something other than us dwarves? It seems that this is something to do with rumors I've heard from the elves and the company I sent to the Shadowed Refuge. So...
what foul and nameless things we face in Moria, I know not.
let me see. Alright, so maybe these are a couple of vector quests?
We can only hope that Durin's Bane sleeps deeply.
Okay, so we'll leave them for next time. Actually, in the next episode, I'm going to do the Halls of Crafting, which is right next to the Forges and Fil Gashan. And then we'll continue with some of the main quests here, get back to the epic storyline, all that kind of stuff. So I do hope you enjoyed this episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.